Hey everybody, my name is Derek Christensen and I'm an estate planning and probate attorney in Dallas, Texas. Today, I wanted to talk to you today about what even is an estate plan? What does it mean? And it's probably the most standard question that I get, and it's completely understandable you're asking. But before I dive into that, I wanted to let you know how to reach out to me. You can find me at my email, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, let's dive right into the question. It's probably the most important question in all the work that I do. What is an estate plan? And the answer is that an estate plan is a series of documents that addresses a multitude of different legal situations that may pop up in your life. Now, the most common one you're probably thinking of, a part of the estate plan, is going to be a will that addresses where your assets go, who gets what, how do you want it split up, under what conditions, etc., etc. But there are plenty of other documents that are included inside a pretty standard estate plan. Most of the times this includes powers of attorney, advanced healthcare directives, HIPAA release forms, sometimes a trust. It really just depends. So an estate plan is a spectrum. It is not one answer. It is not simply anything that is well defined. It can be a multitude of different documents. But each of these documents address different issues. And generally speaking, although it's not necessarily true, the more documents you have, the better it is for you and your estate. Now, all of these documents, again, are trying to accomplish one main thing, which is address legal situations that will pop up and make sure that your wishes happen, not the government's wishes. And I know you hear me say the government, and what does that have to do with anything? But in reality, the government literally, in the state of Texas where I'm practicing, it says there are default laws that apply under these specific circumstances. If I go to the hospital and I don't have a medical power of attorney in place, there are default laws that will apply that say this person can make decisions, then this person, etc., etc. Now, sometimes those default laws coincide and are exactly what I would like in the first place, but other times they are not, and they are completely the opposite of what I would want. There are laws about whether or not we pull plugs on people in the hospitals if they're in comas. Many people want that to happen. Some people don't. I don't want a hospital to make that decision for me, though. And when it comes to splitting up your assets after you pass away, that includes these default laws. If you pass away and you don't have a will in place, the default laws of Texas will apply, and they apply very rigidly. Unfortunately, these default laws do not take any kind of circumstance into consideration. So if you trust your best friend with your medical decisions and your spouse themselves are struggling and they, let's say they have a mental disease that prevents them from making smart decisions, the default laws will say the spouse with the mental problems and the concerns is going to make all of those decisions, and the best friend has no say whatsoever. So that is why you need an estate plan, and that is what an estate plan is. It's, again, a set of legal documents that address specific situations to make sure your specific will and your desire happens in that situation rather than the default laws of Texas in this example. So with that, if you have any questions on what parts of an estate plan do you want to include, do you want to have a very large estate plan, do you want to have a comprehensive one, do you want a small one that just addresses just assets, I can help you out with anything on that front. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm more than happy to respond, and I send out emails all the time to people helping out. So again, you can find me at my email, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can find me at my website where you can schedule a consultation directly onto my calendar on the Contact Us page at my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, thanks for watching and have a great day.